Hi! So I'm working on a new journal and I wanted to make some journaling cards. So I played a little and I came up with this one. Um, it's not really sturdy like a journaling thick card. But it's thickness of 2 pages together and you can do probably 3 as well if you wanted to. And what I did is I put 2 pages together and I stitched all around, as you can see. Yeah, I wanted just to show you how I made this one, and I might make a few more to just include in my Etsy store if anybody is interested to buy them, because I have a lot of papers like this. So let me just put this aside. I have a lot of papers like this from calendar journal that my grandmother was using. So it goes something like this. And since I want to cover this side completely, I thought, why not putting them together like this and both sides are covered and you can use the lines. I actually like that it has some holes so I can actually put some color through, which is like something interesting, I would say. So let's just start with, I have a newspaper here that I put some color on. I really love this paper, so it's so hard for me to use it up. But, you know, I can always make more papers. So I'm going to cut a few strips of this newspaper. So I will make colored holes here. And let me just cut them like just to cover. You don't need much, just to cover. And I need 2 to cover both sides. I really like this paper because it's really thin. So it's going to go something like this, and you would have this holes through. And I'm going to use a really good glue stick for this project. Just because I think it's kind of nice to have more solid middle than floppy middle. But if you don't have it, and if that doesn't bother you, you can just use whatever you have. So the first thing I'm gonna do, it's going to be this strip. I'm just going to glue it down on the edge and cut off the excess, and I'm gonna turn this one as well and do the same. I like this side better. And I think with stitching looks way better, but if you don't have a machine, you can always just put some faux stitching, or if you have stamp of stitching, you can use that too. So let me cut this down. I think here is a little bit out, so I'll cut that down. And this one, and you can make a bunch of them for sure, like in really short time. Okay, this is kind of straight. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just going to glue all around, and I think I kind of want to use something in the middle, maybe something that is gonna be a little bit more sturdy. So I will take just a piece of newspaper to make it tiny bit sturdier, and I'm going to glue it down, but I'm not going to cover these holes or this side of the strip. That's my first try, but I think it's going to be just fine. So we'll see, won't we? I'm gonna make it smaller and I'm going to cut down a little bit here. Let me see. Here. I think 1 layer is enough just to make it tiny bit more sturdier. And I don't care that it's, you know, it's not straight or anything. I just need something to put inside. Something like this. Just gonna glue it down. And then I'm going to do the same again and try to glue everything again. I could use the same page of my that I'm using for like this one. I could use that as well, but I think it's going to, I don't know. I'm just trying to be more frugal. Even though I have so many pages, I still try to be frugal with my papers. I know it's kind of funny that way, but that's just me. You can use that if you wanted to. Trying to align and smoosh it together. Oh yeah, it's way more sturdier, and when you're gonna stitch it, it's gonna be solid. Now I have these cute holes. I wanted to cover top and bottom with whatever I have, and I feel like I want to just cut a strip of this and glue it down. Free cutting. Since my paper is kind of big, I just decided to not trim it, but you can trim it if you wanted to and you have a bigger trimmer. I just, you know, sometimes I just like to not fuss too much with it. Okay, I'm gonna put some glue down. Not all of the calendar journals are like this, so yours might be different, maybe on the side or something, so you can cover that part that doesn't go with your colors. Here I'm a little bit short, let me think. Well, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna figure that out, won't I? Thought I had more of the papers here. So if it's too short, I might as well put something on here. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put this little piece down on the edge. I don't want red showing for some reason. I'm not fond of this red. Way better. And something like this. And like this. Okay, I'm going to trim the end. And on this side as well. Hopefully you can see. Like so. I'm gonna save this. And now I'm going to do the bottom. And I feel like I'm going to have to do something like this. So this painted paper that I'm using, I have in my Etsy store. If you're interested, I put different options, so you can actually pick whatever color you wanted to have, like a main color. So let's say this one would be purple as a main color. They're like newspaper and junk mail and advertisements, so there are different thicknesses of paper, but I like them. I really do. They're really awesome to use up. There's gonna be a bit more, but it doesn't matter. Like this. And even if you don't cut it really straight, I can fix that with some this. The other thing that I did on this one is I edged all the edges, and I used both colors, like purple and black, but on this one I feel like I can just do black to go around, because it makes it pop, and I love that. Really like this stencil. Maybe we can do something sweet. I have hearts here, and I have this craft ink pad, and I don't know where my brush is. Oh, here. Okay, got my brush. Okay, just quickly make a quick shadow on it. feel like it's not going to be purple for some reason. Let me see. Feels fine. And it looks really nice. Okay, I will quickly stitch it up and then I'm going to be back and I will show you how it looks like, but it's pretty much is gonna look the same like this one. I think they look really nice. This is a little bit more sturdier and this is a little bit more flimsy, but either way, I love them both and I got some journaling spots for my new journal. So I will try to make more of these. Maybe I can get 2 or 3 more out of this paper. So I will make some and put in my Etsy shop so you can go check it out. Another tip, you can cut them down if you wanted to, so you would have smaller journaling spots. And I think I'm gonna do that too for my journal. So I hope you got inspired to at least try something like that. Even if you have just regular pages, I think you can do the same thing to make similar cards. So thank you very much for watching. Bye!